All right, so I recently came back from the gym, and while I was there, I was working out, and I kind of hit something hit me. Like I was just like telling myself, "Oh, you can't lift this. Stop lifting this. Like, oh, you're tired. You can't do this." And I think because of meditation, I developed this ability. But then I asked myself, why am I saying this stuff to myself? Why am I constantly demotivating myself to try and get work done? And I came to the conclusion that I really want to approve to people. I think that's because, of my childhood, I was always told, you're nothing less than this. Like, you represent this. Bro, loud car, bro, it's a broken car. Yeah, but I was told, you always represent this. You can't do anything lower than that. I guess you could call it validation. I always needed that kind of validation that I was doing good enough. And now I kind of ingrained that into myself. Where I'm like, oh, this is not good enough, so stop doing it. And this is kind of against, I was reading Atomic Habits, and it said this is against like the law of like behavior kind of intensification, keeping that behavior. Where if you demotivate yourself, if you say, oh, this is not worth it, this is not worth doing, then you really demotivate yourself to do that habit the next time. And over time, that's been building up, and I think that's what's been happening since February. I feel like I'm doing worse than I was before, and yes, I was, because I took a break. Like, of course I'll do worse. And it's with pretty much everything. I took a break from working hard. I took a break, like, literally everything. Now I want to get back into that, but I can't perform at that same level. So I feel like a loser. Even though I'm probably 10 times ahead of everyone else. So then I thought, how can I fix this? I'm like, okay, I need to target the root. I need to target the root of where all of my lack of wanting comes from. Which is not really telling myself that much that, this is not good enough. Hearing myself talk much more often. Being much more conscious of what I'm saying to myself. As I complete habits, I should not think to myself, oh, yay, habit done. I should think to myself, this habit has grown me 1% better. I should not be in the middle of doing like crunches or something and be like, oh, you can't do this, stop. No, I should tell myself, you have to hit 12. And once you hit 12, you're a winner. And that's what I was doing. I was telling that to myself, and I was winning. I didn't know I could hit that before. So you need to find a way to kind of enhance your self-image through good self-talk. And I don't mean self-talk like, oh, look in the mirror like, I love you, you're a good person, you're beautiful. No, that's not what I mean. I mean like, while you're doing your habits, while you're working out, while you're just doing anything, what are you saying to yourself? No one's conscious of that. No one realizes what they're saying. So I guess, in a sense, when we talk to ourselves like that, we form our identity. And after forming our identity, we become who we want to. The point of hitting your goals is not to, hit your goals in the outside world. It's gonna get a little philosophical, bro. So the point of hitting your goals is not, just getting the outcome of those goals. The habits you take to get there will become a part of you, will become your identity. While you're working towards trying to achieve that goal, you have to change parts of yourself to kind of reach that goal. And this is why it's really, really good to aim for like extremely high goals. Like it should seem possible, but not impossible. It should seem possible, but with a little bit of work. That's the best way to put it. So for example, I know I could earn like 5 million a year. I know I could do that, but I know it'll take work to get to that point. And I may not hit 5 million a year, but my failure will still be better than some people's success. That's why your goals have to be like up here, like all the way. You can't see my hand, like up here. The people's goals are usually like down here. Oh, I'll just do like a little bit. Oh, I'll earn like 80K. I'll earn 100K per year. That's enough. I'm like up here, bro. Like bro, I'm gonna be earning your yearly income in like a week. But yeah, it's that, and whatever habits you do to get to that point. So say for example, you want to make 5 million a year. That means you have to make a business. What do you do to make a business? You have to put in the work. How do you put in the work? Every day, show up at, for example, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. to work on your business. Okay, perfect. That is your identity. And what do you say to yourself during that work time? That also matters. Do you get good work done? Do you believe that you can actually achieve what you want to? So in a sense, whenever you want to achieve a goal, you have to change your entire identity to reach that goal. And the higher your goals are, the more your identity will change. And the more harder it is to change that identity. That's what I noticed in the past year. My goals were extremely high and I hit them, right? But the amount of things I had to lose along the way were huge. The amount of things I changed in myself were huge. And I'm grateful for setting those extremely high level goals. But at some point, you gotta figure out the distinction between too high and, you know, medium high. You should be aiming for medium high. So keep your self-talk as positive as possible. Do not let it demotivate you. You shouldn't be saying to yourself, oh, I can't do this. Like, oh, I suck at this. You should be telling yourself, come on, bro, like 3 more reps. That's it. You should be telling yourself, come on, bro, focus for 10 more minutes. You should be telling yourself whatever habits you want to establish, right? Oh, come on, bro, don't touch that snack. It has too much sugar. Like, I know you can do it. Tell yourself, I know you can do it. I know you don't need to touch that. You have to consciously embed these positive thoughts in your mind, which is what I'm going to do much more often now. Whenever I'm doing anything consciously, what am I saying to myself? While I'm talking to you right now, I'm telling myself I'm a confident guy. I get my message across really quickly. I'm extroverted. I'm very, you know, I forgot the word. I'm very sociable, social, whatever it is. Yeah, that's really it. So here's a kind of summary. To reach your goals, you need to change your identity. To change your identity, you need to change your self-talk. Realize what you're saying to yourself as you're working, as you're doing those things. Oh. Realize what you're saying to yourself as you're working, as you're doing those things. And that changes your identity. And once you change your identity, you have a much higher chance of hitting your goals. And set your goals. The higher you set your goals, the more your identity will change, which means the more positive you'll need your self-talk to be. Yeah, that's pretty much it, bro. Good luck.